Everybody thinks they know the truth. And that's the problem. But when we look at the evidence, we see oppositional viewpoints everywhere. They use their preconceived notions to justify choosing a side. The problem with that is most people don't even understand the basic fundamentals of truth, and therefore have a hard time even recognizing it.
It seems pretty simple to me. If it's a fact, then it's the truth.
If only it was as easy as that. Unfortunately, the truth about truths is often far more nuanced.
Well, obviously, 1 + 1 = 2. It can be proven by its physicality. It's self-evident, observable, and present.
Although, that's not actually the full story. It's commonly accepted that there are 4 categories of truth. That one is known as a universal or objective truth. There are also personal or subjective truths. These are developed over time. Our personal beliefs and the conclusions we come to then become our opinions. Everyone's perspectives are unique to their own experiences.
Fair enough. But it's all relative, right? You know, it's what we call facts. The relative or normative truth. When a group adapts these, it's commonly referred to as their culture.
Absolutely. And that leads us to elective truth. This truth recognizes the validity of all of those truths and then chooses the most useful for the specific situation.
Oh, like when we are confronted with meanings that don't match, we often come to an agreed definition of a word in its stead, like for lack of a better word or for the sake of argument.
That's a great example. This allows us to not get hung up on semantics when discussing a complex or nuanced idea. The real problem occurs when people think they know the complete truth on a matter. It becomes solidified in their minds and accepted as the truth. From this point forward, if someone challenges their belief, it will manifest in physical discomfort, commonly referred to as cognitive dissonance, preventing further exploration.
That makes perfect sense. Idealistically speaking, we should try to set aside our personal thoughts or feelings, including the inner voice, and allow people to make their points, even if they are contrary to our own. If we interrupt and don't give them the time and space to talk it through, we'll miss out on an opportunity to learn about a unique perspective.
I couldn't have said it better myself. If we're considering truths, we should probably consider lies as well. As a relative truth, we have decided that lies are bad and truth is good. And I'm not sure that the line is actually all that clear. Take, for instance, a fairy tale. In essence, an untrue story. If something is untrue, could it be said that it's a lie? The thing about stories is they offer up a chance to learn a valuable lesson from their hypothetical plots. These can provide a greater truth and lead to personal growth. On the other hand, statistics are considered factual, and that factual nature leads us to believe that it is objectively true. However, the pools the statistics are drawing from and the controls used during the data collection are easily skewed by the sponsors of the study. These are often used as supportive evidence to mislead people.
So ultimately the truth is a conceptual tool. How it's used is left up to the person who wields it. Like many tools, it can be used to build or destroy.
Without that base understanding, you become more susceptible to the truth being hidden from you or used against you. It's well documented that deep states have been using psyops, also known as psychological operations, to weaponize certain aspects of the truth, often through propaganda, and most recently, social media manipulation.
Oof, do I gotta get my tinfoil hat?
No, I get it. Those buzzwords can be a little cringe, but stick with me and I'll make this quick. The formula goes a little something like this. You can easily obscure the truth by confusing people with a flood of options. That leads to people doubting themselves and their truths. Next comes them not being able to make an informed decision. And as we all know, if we don't make a choice, one will be made for us. So, if you find yourself conflicted or confused, take a moment to consider these truths. At first, it's going to be uncomfortable, but like all things, through practice and exploration, we can learn to overcome our differences and be better together.